At the start of June, there was a unique challenge going on Bilibili where several Arknights cosplayers decide to pick themselves a giant fruit and then crush that fruit with their legs. It's not something that I thought I'd be seeing on my Facebook and Twitter, but this is where we are right now, and it's not like one particular person, it's multiple people following on the trend. It all started out from this male cosplayer, I believe, deciding to crush a watermelon with his legs. And he actually successfully did so by splitting the watermelon into two, which I thought was wild, and then this inspired other people to follow suit. Here's one where it's a Golden Glow cosplayer crushing a melon. And then later on, I think this guy wasn't satisfied with everyone doing the same thing, so he decided to crush a freaking durian, a spiky goddamn fruit, on that Skadi cosplay of his, and actually breaking it. How do you do so? I don't know about this, but I got to see this. It's a wild thing to look at, and I made you see it too. So welcome back to Arknights Weekly, and here is the question of the week. Do you think that Arknights meta progression is insanely fast? If yes, is that a good thing? So this particular user describes several situations of various future operators being crazy strong. I have made a video on my main channel talking about power creep, so if you haven't watched that, go ahead and do so, but I'll try to explain it a little differently from how I did so in that video. For myself, I do think that the meta progression is fast, but I don't think it's insanely fast, because it feels kind of like what most gacha games try to do, where they always release characters, so on and so forth, one-upping someone previously. But I'm not very bothered of that feeling as an Arknights player, because I can understand for myself that even if I don't pull someone like Dagonbreaker, even if I don't pull Wizardel, all the units before are still very much usable. Like, you can still use a Silberneherze, you can still use an Ayer, and all of these units are also trying to, at least the 6 stars specifically, the kind trying to like balance out and give them very unique roles via their modules. So I'm not especially bothered about it being fast. I can understand other people feeling bothered because it's gonna give you the feeling that you need to pull for someone, but as long as you understand that Arknights isn't that sort of game, that pulling for these people is just, hey, if I own them, I can have extra fun in the game. If I don't own them, so be it, because there's gonna be, like you said, there's so many new units coming up that is going to be super strong. And even if you miss out on one, the next one is still gonna be an experience for you. I think what's good about this so-called fast meta progression, at least for a casual, is the fact that every unit upcoming is going to give you a fun experience that you might have not had in the past few years. So that to me is good. If you're not a casual, you're the kind that I need my CC to be at the highest possible points, maybe it'll bother you, but yeah, personally, I am fine with it. Most liked question in the comments below will be the question I answer next week. Let's move on to things currently happening, which the current event is the rights to Lake Silberneherze. The EX stages are about to open shortly after I post this video, so take note of the timing. I'm not looking forward to EX8 because after playing the normal stage 8 itself, I can feel like Harrow is about to make EX8 one of the most monstrous ones to play. The event is ending in about a week's time, so make sure to farm your event currency, and there are also special things for you to note during this event duration, which first start the skins that you can buy. Kanipalat, Tsukinogi, and Pendants are the new skins, along with the following 3 skins rerunning. You won't be seeing Yera after this video is posted. And the furniture store also has a special set, which is the Snowcap Post Office, which you can get from your furniture parts. Since we are approaching the end of the month already, I'd like to give a reminder to spend your green certs if you want to buy all these first phase items. Second phase is up to you. And then if you are looking to buy your pools, also make sure to do so. If any of you are buying module data block, also make sure to spend that, especially spend that in the purchase voucher store, because this stocks every month. So those are your reminders to note. And then in terms of the banner, of course, we all know that Dagonbreaker banner is going on right now. It's got the 5-star Leto, which is not a 5-star that I'm impressed by, alongside with Kafka. And then the other 2 standard banners that you can find, I'm only going to specifically mention of the people you can buy in the store. So you can buy Lee and Kazemaru in the store. Lee is an okay purchase if you feel like you're someone who appreciates his kit, or you know why his kit is going to be good for your account. Otherwise, you probably don't need to buy him, and what's more, he is in the current banner pool, so you might get him off banner somehow in future events. Then Kazemaru, at the same time, I don't think you need to buy her. I believe you can easily get her as an off banner. But the ones that you won't see in off banner as often is the other one, the blue certificate banners, because these are year 1 units that taken out of the big mega pool. So Blaze as a unit you can buy. I think she's quite worth, especially if you're the kind that likes to do a lot of things AFK. That skill 2 is still pretty useful in various events right now in the game. Whereas for Project Raid, if you're running a lot of executors already, like a Texas Outer, a Kirin Yato, I guess you don't need a Project Raid, but if you don't own any good executors, 45 yellow certs, I would say it's not too bad to just buy her straight off. If not, then those are the things for you to note. If you don't own a lot of year 1 units, I think this banner is pretty okay, being an Exia and Blaze for you to pull. And even if you get off banner, some of the year 1 6 stars are still not too bad. But if you already own some, then I would say just skip the banner. So those are the things for you to note in terms of current happenings. You did know that Arknights have official manga, right? Especially for those of you loyal supporters of Arknights. Yes, that's right, AK official page does hold stories of various factions for you to read. It started out from Rhodes Kitchen, moving on to Rhine Lab, Black Steel, and the ones that people know less of would be the Virtuosa, Angelina, and the brand new one which is for the Yerek faction. So if you'd like to read all of these, I've placed a link to them in my description of the video, and you can enjoy all of these fresh stories of Arknights. Now this is a bit of a reminder, not everybody's gonna care about this, but I think some of you are still in a thinking phase like me because I haven't made any purchases yet. Basically, while the website event for the Ifrit skin has already ended, you still have time to consider whether you want to buy some of the merchandise to get the limited furniture and Exia skin along with croissants. So it ends on the 16th of July, as you can see over there. So you have about 3 more weeks to think whether you want to make the purchases or not. I've already seen all the little rage of people saying that the shipping prices, the taxes are way too high. So I can understand many of you not wanting to buy this. Like even for me, I'm thinking, do I really want it? Do I really need it? Because I mean, it would have been great if this was with a KFC meal rather than with some items that I might barely use. So yeah, just a reminder, 3 more weeks for you to think whether to make the purchase or not. Last thing for me to mention is that the Ray event is coming up very soon. I will describe more about it in the next Arknights Weekly when we are closer towards the event date. But for what it is now, that's all that I have to mention in today's weekly video. A short one. Next week's video will have a lot of teaser kind of news coming up for things you can expect in the month of July and August. So I'll see you guys in that one. Take care. Bye bye.